Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sorry, I'm running a couple of minutes late as I often am. Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I've just got to fidget with a couple of settings while we get going here. But good to be back on Operation Grab the Hardcore Narcotics and Leave, which is exactly what we're doing right now. We put everything in live chat so I can see everyone who's there. Okay, broadly ready to go here. So all we're doing is leaving. We're gathering up the stuff and we are the heck out of here on the next little hop that we have to do. I don't think there's anything pressing. I've got elephants. I've got pandas. I have a finite number of pandas now, not an infinite number of pandas like I used to have the potential for. No, a finite number of pandas. We've lost our female panda. And by lost our female panda, I mean I may have accidentally given her away in a blood sacrifice for the Holy Church of Space here. That's on me. I'm not going to lie. That one's on me. Syringa, welcome, welcome. I sacrificed our pregnant female panda on a blood altar to sacrifice for the church. Those things are going to slip by me. Those things are going to slip by. You're like, hey, Dave, sacrificed your panda in a blood ritual. Yeah, that's going to happen. Yep. When you're a genius of this magnitude, #geniusosity, things are going to slip by. It's a big mind. It's a big mind. Most of it is contained with RimWorld. Some parts tuna, mostly RimWorld. And things are going to slip by. You're saying to yourself, Dave, you're about to perform a ritual called the blood sacrifice, and then you're surprised when the ritual involves a blood sacrifice. In fact, you should just go ahead and not do that. Oh, I've been flagged. Oh, that's probably because I mentioned the freelance pharmaceuticals right out of the gate. The stream may be removed and temporary restrictions applied. Wow, I just got flagged for that. Yeah, I should have watched the whole first 30-second thing and not mentioned the freelance pharmaceuticals. Dang, I don't know if you guys can see that notification. I can definitely see that notification. Yeah, no, M can see it. M can see it. Yeah, no, M, it's because I mentioned the freelance pharmaceuticals probably within the first 30 seconds there, and they don't like that sort of thing. A community guideline strike. Hang on, as we're playing RimWorld here, I'm just going to kind of go to the back end of my channel here and see if I indeed have a strike against me. I can live with that. That will eventually go away in time. It's kind of a pain in the neck, and I think I got to do like some sort of online be a nice guy kind of thing. Apparently, I should watch what I'm saying. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm playing a video game. Whatever. Oh, not the blood sacrifice? You think it was the blood sacrifice thing? It could have been that. It could have been that. I think it was the freelance pharmaceuticals. Yeah, they're not so much with that. So, well, we're going to grab these plants, and then we're going to leave. How about that? And we're not going to mention the panda ever again. Oh, dearie me. Okay. What are we up to here? Lisa, welcome, welcome, welcome. What are we up to here? Hey, you know what? I'm just happy they're watching. I am. I'm just happy they're watching. I'm happy when anybody's watching. So if someone there wants to watch this, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, no, we got that one. Thank you. Yeah, we got that. I know. Nick, welcome, welcome, welcome. No, we got it the first time. Hey, I'm happy I've got it. You know what? That's counting as a viewer. That is counting as a viewer. So I'm not going to, but in my mind, I kind of want to just keep saying stuff so they'll keep watching. It's like the Howard Stern thing. You know, they just keep watching, wondering what I'm going to say next. Somebody needs to go talk to these people. Can somebody get on the space phone? Oh, no, don't summon the Diabolus threat. No, that was a terrible idea. Let's never do that. Let's go see what these guys want here. We should get our own code, Stephen. I'll be the albatross. Yep. And you can be another animal name. I don't know, the soaring eagle or something. What have they got? They've got some components. I wouldn't mind taking those off of them. Yeah, and M's not wrong. I'm on far more watch lists than YouTube. Far more watch lists. Many of them who probably have like 3-letter acronyms to their name. So I'm going to grab these components for a start. And then, what do I want after that? I don't want any of this nonsense. This is terrible. I'll sell this, though, and sell that thing. Also sell that, and sell that, and sell that, and sell a bunch of this stuff. And that one. That'll shave a little bit of the money off there. Hey, do they have any good armor? They have prestige cataphract armor. No way I'm going to afford it, though. No way I'm going to afford it. And you're exactly right, Mom's Gaming. Any attention is good attention. Any attention. And as I say, that's counting as a view. That better count as a view, YouTube. That better count as a view. Don't you take the view away. I earned that by doing this nonsense for several years. Let me see here. Now, I don't want any of that nonsense. I don't really need any of this. Badger, welcome, welcome, welcome. No, CSI's been by a bunch of times. They have yet to prove any, real evidence. But they keep popping by. They're like, Dave, that thing on the lawn can't be right. I'm like, no, it's totally right. And they're like, we're going to get our little crime kit here. And we are going to check out the thing on your lawn. Zafaria, welcome, welcome, welcome. Zafaria, speak in code. We're being monitored. I'm not kidding. So yeah, they keep popping by, but they don't ever ultimately find anything. I could sell them some gold. I don't actually need that much gold. If I sold you 100 gold, can I? Yeah, I can't really get into the range of affording that armor. Oh well, I'll take a little bit more money off of you and we'll call that a day. It's worth it for the components. Hang on, I need to make coffee live inside my face. It is spurring engagement. You're right. I have always said, Mom Screaming, I have always said, if you want to hurt a channel, ignore it. That's what you do to it. You ignore it. You don't engage with it. You don't dislike it. You don't leave a nasty comment. You ignore it. Every time you do a like or a dislike, by the way, or a comment, YouTube thinks that video is just slightly more important than it used to be 5 seconds ago. So go ahead, dislike something all you want. All you're doing is helping that channel. Because YouTube knows as well as I do, any publicity is good publicity. And negative interaction can actually be more positive than positive interaction. There are a whole lot of videos that have 1 million views that have far more dislikes than likes. Negative interaction is fine. Oh, the boomalope blew up. That's unfortunate. Nobody likes that sort of thing. Can we make sure we get all of that fire out? Because that is totally... Yeah, that'll be fine. That's totally going to burn down those power cables. Admittedly, I'm not keeping those cables around for long. We're going to be dismantling that. Yeah, that's rage bait. Exactly right. It's rage bait. Yeah, go ahead. Get angry. Get angry. Go ahead. Leave all the dislikes and nasty comments that you want. One of the most engaged videos I ever did was because people hated it. It was so annoying I actually started taking it down. YouTube may like that engagement, but I don't. That whole, I'm not into Elex anymore. All I said was I don't like a game. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that the fan base of that game are bordering on fascist levels of admiration for the company. So it's like a cult. It's weird, and they would just go back and forth comments. And the whole point. So let's talk engagement. Seeing as you're asking, and you're not. Seeing as you're asking, you didn't. Here's the thing with engagement. Leaving a comment is good. That's fine. What YouTube really wants is comment chains. They want other commenters responding to comments in a long chain. Because for them, that means people are coming back to that video. So let's say you leave a comment, right? And then somebody leaves a comment after yours. And then, of course, you're going to get a notification about that. And you don't like their comment. So you're going to come back to the video to do another comment. And it keeps going and going and going. And all YouTube sees is that comment chain is generating fresh eyes on the video. And, of course, for them, I mean, it's not fresh eyes, but for them, that means fresh eyes that could watch another ad. That's the thing. So that's what they love above all. Comment chains. Just keep going back and forth with whomever you're arguing with. That's why rage bait works so well. And that's why, and this is just my opinion, I don't have facts to back this up, that's why when you put out review videos for games, that's going to be a big deal because people are going to have very clear opinions about that. And they're going to go back and forth over it over and over again. Hang on, coffee. So you're saying, Em, you're not getting any good recommendations. Well, you're right. And you could go, I could encourage you to go watch my trilogy of videos about my channel's death and resurrection, as it were. And that will answer some of your questions, because I did a lot of research to do that. That was about 2 months of research to put those videos together. It wasn't to put the videos together. The videos were actually secondary. The research was, why is my channel dying? Because it wasn't, and now it is, and I haven't changed anything, so something else must have changed. Wow, that was a really good line. I should have used that in the video. God, I'm so good sometimes. So I didn't change, so something else did, and it turns out YouTube changed. And what they show to you is very different now. I can see it myself when I watch a video. What YouTube does to me is it will basically show me videos I've already watched before, and they're not completely wrong, because often I'm watching music videos, and you know what? I do actually want to hear that song again. You know what? You're right. I do actually want to hear that song again. Thank you. I will listen to that song / watch that music video for the umpteenth time, as the kids say these days. Hashtag umpteenth time. So I will watch something like that. So that's what I get. And it's hard to avoid a lot of political stuff because they're going to flood. That's just flooding the market right now. And then I get my own videos. My own videos pop up, which is actually very encouraging because they didn't used to. Hang on, the marriage is on. Who's getting married? Izumi and Igor already? Those crazy kids just shacked up. Wow, little Romeo and Juliet action going on here. Those kids are pretty young. I think Izumi's only 19. I mean, I'm an adult, but dang, that's a very fast marriage. Is there a reason for that, Izumi? Izumi, is there a reason we're getting married so quickly? Just asking. Just gonna check your health tab here. Just asking if there's a reason we're getting married that quickly. Nope, still got the joy wire. Okay, hang on, coffee. There we go. All right. Wow, that was not a good coffee. It's not a good coffee because I actually forgot to put the coffee on, and then the very last second I had to. That is Thule with the tattered apparel. I think we've got all of our nice green leaves that are totally innocent and have nothing to do with anything out of here. And certainly will not be used to do anything illicit. I can assure everyone of that. That being said, this rice plant is pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna give the guys one more overnight. Oh, hang on, we just struck money. Oh, never mind. We'll be here while we get the money. Money. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Cancel some of these. Just go for that money. I hope I don't get flagged for saying money. That's not bad, right? Yeah. Everyone focus over here, because there's silver in them thar hills. Is YouTube still watching me? I mean, I'm not doing anything horrible right now, but if you want to chip in on chat, that's cool. You know, you're welcome here. You're welcome here. No harm, no foul. You can come back and say hi. I'm sure the community would welcome you. I'm not actually sure about that. Okay. No rice yet. That's fine. Is there anything else I need to be doing? The batteries are fully charged. I'll disassemble the 2 geothermal. I hope geothermal isn't a bad word. Do you think geothermal is a bad word? It probably is. I mean, it sounds naughty, right? I mean, say the word. No, seriously, just say the word at home. Geothermal. Geothermal. Tell me that doesn't sound a little bit naughty. I know you're saying it at home. I know at least 3 of you. Okay, so YouTube says I have 17 viewers right now. I'm one of them, Mrs. Davis the other. So, and one of them might be YouTube. So let's assume 14 viewers. I think at least 2 of you said the word geothermal out loud to find out if it sounded naughty. And you're like, you're right, it does sound naughty. That sounds weird when I say it, and it sounds weird in an exciting way that I would like to spend a Tuesday evening with. Mech threat coming, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to gather just a little tiny bit of rice. How are we doing with the whole not doing anything wrong with our gardening? How are we doing with that? I really have to dance around. Okay, we've not done anything wrong with this gardening at all. And this part is pretty good. And then we make beverages, and that part's fine. Okay, so we have plenty of totally fine beverages that anyone could purchase and consume. and consume. Yes, Zafaria, RimWorld has a weird relationship with YouTube policy. Ultimately, they are... I know it doesn't seem like they are, but ultimately they are lenient on video games and gaming channels because they presume that there is a certain amount of violence, for a start, in any video game. You know, in like 80% of video games, there's some degree of violence somewhere. Fizzle said it. You're right. It sounds naughty, doesn't it? Geothermal. Geothermal. I should do one of them ASMR things and just say geothermal over and over again. How many views do you reckon I'd get for that? I really need to establish if geothermal is a bad word in YouTube. So they assume a certain amount of violence. That part you can get away with, which is, you know, interesting. They have no problem with people getting shot in the head. However, they have a great deal of problem with freelance pharmaceuticals. That's a big no, and I've run into that before. I've been flagged before for that. We did freelance pharmaceutical simulator on the channel, and that did not last long. That got flagged immediately. I had to sit with that thing for like a year. That little flag sitting on the corner of my studio before they'd let me take like some weird online course that says I'm a nice human being, and then they removed it. I'm still trying to find out where that is here. What would that be under? Community? Nah, it's not community. Content detection? It's usually front and center. It's usually on my dashboard. It usually says you have a strike. Trending? No. Latest posts? No. I have an affiliate offer from Nordstrom? No. Anyone want to go shopping at Nordstrom? You no longer say that word outside of the stream. Geothermal? Say it. Say it. It sounds naughty. It totally sounds geothermal. I'm totally going to do one of them ASMR things and just say geothermal. Just over and over again. Maybe I'll do it to Coconut Simulator too. I have that, by the way. Hang on, coffee. I think we're ready to bolt. I don't think there's anything else here that we need. There's one of those videos where they're like, things you can say in RimWorld but not say in real life. Yeah. I'd like to say some of them now, but I'm concerned. Okay, here's something you can say in RimWorld, but you can't say in real world. I'm running an underground panda market. There you go. Can't say that in the real world. I'm running an underground panda market. We are out of here. Let's go. So let's get the ship launched. we have a good quantity of chem fuel as backup. So we are the heck out of here, as they say. Yeah, the festival names alone. The Manly Festival, the Festival of Man Pork. I mean, come on, YouTube. You let me say man pork for weeks. Months I've been saying man pork. But no, you draw the line at freelance pharmaceuticals in a video game that don't even exist. So let's go. Let's get out of here. We're taking our pandas. We're getting out of here. Okay. Wait, warning. Why would Lifter 3 be left behind? Where's Lifter 3? Hang on. Where's Lifter 3? That Lifter 3 is left behind. Maybe it was on the ground. Maybe it needs a charge. Okay, it probably needed a charge. Okay, now we've got Lifter 3. Okay, back to work here. So, launch this. Begin that. All right, everybody get in the ship. Geothermal. Geothermal. All right, we are going as far west as we can. So I can get right over here. And then it'll just be one more hop to the sweaty hibernation or whatever this is. And we had looked at like here, I think. Yep, small hills. Okay, no pollution. Well, not until I get there anyway. Yep, do that. Yep, that's where we're going to get to. And then we're only one hop. Oh, I forgot to dismantle the geothermal. But that's fine. We'll learn to cope with that. That's okay. I've got components. We can make more. Oh, God, that's a terrible cup of coffee. I desperately regret that. I really do. It's not okay. It's simply not okay. Oh, hang on. I've turned my thing off. Hang on. I got to turn a thing on while our ship is launching here. All right, there we go. I'm back. Where are we? Are we here yet? Oh, there we are. We're here now. Okay. This should be our last hop before our last hop. And then we can go straight up into space and deal. Oh, it's one of these maps. Okay. Yeah, sort of scrubby grassland kind of thing. We'll definitely move the landing zone. I'm not satisfied with anything. Could pop it down right here. I need 6 of one, half dozen of the other. There's some steel there. I would be really interested in some components. That'd be cool. Steel, okay. More steel. There's a big batch of components over there. And some more over there. It would actually be smarter if I landed over here. I can't land there. Oh, because there's a rock there. Okay. Yeah, pop this down right here. Oh, hang on. Check for geothermal. I gotta check for geothermal here. Is there any geothermal here? How many times can I say that before I get another community strike? I'm hoping the answer is many, many, many more times. I don't think there's actually any geothermal on the map. I think it's one of them maps. The word naughty pops up to be modded. That one's on you. Zombie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Crimson, quick question for you. Say the word geothermal out loud. Like now. Do I need new coffee? Oh, God, yes, please. Thank you, hon. This coffee is sludge. It's because I didn't turn it on. That's the problem right there. Yes, new coffee would be amazing. Thank you. So, Crimson, now that you've said the word geothermal out loud, and you have, is it just us? Because we've had a conversation about this. Is it just us? Or does the word sound naughty? It sounds naughty, right? Geothermal. It sounds like you're saying something wrong. So, as you go through your day, Crimson, I don't know who you're going to encounter during your day. I would like you to say that and see if other people find it naughty. And if you find that you're with 4, 5, 6 people, and you're kind of standing in a circle saying geothermal over and over again, I'd like to know. Because I think that's an exciting new venture. I don't know what the venture is, but it revolves around words that shouldn't be naughty, but are. Actually, that could be a whole book. Yeah, confirm my landing zone here. When do we get touched down here? As it was touched down here. Hi.
Hi. You only said yes to more coffee. You didn't confirm whether I needed to make a new pot.
The coffee downstairs is done, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that will be better than what I'm drinking right now.
Okie doke.
You want to just take this?
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. It was those 2 years in college.
They paid off.
Okay, we're here. Hang on. We're here because my headlights are on. So let's get some power kicking, like, immediately. While Mrs. Dave is extremely kind and gets me a better cup of coffee. So how about we did 1, 2... I think in these sort of scrubby grasslands, it's actually really good wind, if I remember correctly, and I believe that I do. So let's get some... Actually, I don't even care about hidden conduit. They can just be regular old conduit. Put that to there and that to there. That can go right into there. Your geothermal comment didn't happen. I talked to M. M's the one with the shield. It used to be a wrench. Now it's a shield. We're not sure why, but we still think it looks pretty cool. Wrench or shield, both of those are acceptable. What else could I say that I'm going to get flagged for? Because now I'm vaguely concerned. Wind power is not a naughty word. You're right. This is kind of straying into the sheep or no sheep debate. What is or is not a naughty word? Geothermal, definitely naughty. Wind turbine, nah. Nah, that doesn't interest me in the slightest. Wind turbine, meh. My night is unaltered with that. But geothermal. Somebody should have kept track. I think I need at least one of my viewers to have one of those little clickers that they have at the door of a club. Back when I was a bouncer, we rarely needed to use that. But there are times where we have like a big thing, like a big band playing or something. Not big band, but more popular than some. And we would have to keep track of who was in the building for fire code, because those guys don't play. Those guys don't play. Them fire folk, them like we don't like fire people and we're gonna make fire go away. They don't play around. Like they will come to your business and count. And it includes the staff, by the way. So I had one of those clickers, and they're a pain in the neck. But you'd click like, how many people came in, how many people came out, that kind of thing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Number 73 on Best Wife Ever. The list of Best Wife Ever things is what I mean there. You're not the 73rd best wife.
I would have 73 people or 72 people to kill if
Yeah.
that was the case.
Fair, fair. So I had one of those little clickers, and it had like a plus and a minus. You can keep track of fire code. Here's my point with this, because there is a point. It may take me a while to get there, and it may not be a very good point, but we're all waiting for it. Excuse me, one sec. I need at least one of my viewers to have one of those clickers. So when I start saying things like geothermal over and over and over again, I'd like to know how many times I'm saying it. Without actually having to watch my own videos, because nobody wants that sort of nonsense, really, do they? So I'm sure at least somebody has one of those clickers. I don't know why they would. I mean, fire code's not coming to your house. They're going to knock on their door, they're like, how many people are in here? And you're like, 2. And they're like, okay, the building can hold 35. There's only 2? Okay, we're out of here. We don't like fire. I assume they end every conversation with that. I assume if you know a firefighter, they're like, hey, how's your day? And they're like, cool, I went grocery shopping because it's my day off. I don't like fire. I assume they just end all conversations with that. I would. If I were a firefighter, I would end every statement with, I do not like fire. Not a fan. Not actively work to extinguish it. Not passively. I actively work to extinguish it. How was your day? Fantastic. I don't like fire. That would be, I do that all day. It's probably good that I do this YouTube thing, because that means that it's less time I'm out in the real world. I think that's probably for everybody's benefit. And I'm sure Em is already nodding in agreement. She's like, yep. Yep. I think it's to everyone's benefit that I'm not allowed out very much. And this whole... So when... YouTube, I assume you're still watching. I hope you are. I need the views. Desperately. You killed off my channel. Do you know how I had to work to resuscitate it? Like months of work, YouTube. Thank you very much. Flipped the algorithm on me. I had to completely rework everything I was doing. No trouble at all, YouTube. No trouble at all. So YouTube, if you're... I forget what the point of this was. YouTube, if you're watching... I do remember the point of this now. If you're watching, I would encourage you to not strike my channel. Because the alternative is I'm out in the real world more. Doing this. Because some of you... I see a good mix of viewers here. We've got some OGs around here, and we have some newer members. Welcome, by the way. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. No, seriously, you have no idea how glad I am you're here. So the OGs are like, yeah, no, Dave should not be allowed in the real world. And the newcomers are like, well, this is just probably like an exaggerated act that he puts on when he live streams and he does videos. No. I'm like this all the time. So YouTube, if you're watching, and please God, I hope you're watching. I really need the views. I'm not messing around with that, YouTube. Seriously, you like wrecked my channel. I had to work so hard to resuscitate it. So if you're watching YouTube, in your best interests, do not strike my channel. Because if this channel goes away, I'm going to spend more time in the real world with real people doing this. Okay? I don't know how that works. Maybe I take my laptop with me. And I just sit at a bus stop and play RimWorld and talk at people. I would like to say talk to people, but that's not really what I'm doing. I'm talking at people. So I'm out in the... Think of the logistics of that. Think of the implications of that. I'm in the real world doing this. YouTube, you have a vested interest. There should be a petition. There should be a petition to say keep him on YouTube. Please keep him on YouTube, because it keeps him in the house. He spends hours and hours a week on this. That's hours and hours a week he's not at the bus stop. See, Mrs. Dave will confirm. Mrs. Dave will confirm right now. This is me all day. And let's give credit where credit is due. Mrs. Dave looked at this and said, yep. Mrs. Dave looked at this and said, yeah, I'll do that. I will sign up for that. And by the way, it's only gotten worse. We've been together quite a while now. You know, it's been some years. It's gotten worse, and it will continue to get worse. Okay, this is not getting better. This is who I am. And YouTube, it is in your best interest to keep me right where I am, because other than that, I'm down at the bus stop. I'm down at the. I actually don't know where the local bus stop is. I do. It's actually outside the Starbucks. But there's no bench there. So, you know, not cool, right? If I'm going to go bring my laptop and play RimWorld, and talk at people, I kind of sit down. I mean, I'm sitting down now. I could take my chair. Oh, that works. Never mind, I've solved all the problems now. Okay, so I wheel my chair and my laptop down to the bus stop, and I start doing this. Okay, that's the world you're going to live in, YouTube. That's the world you're going to live in. Dave is roaming free. Hey, roaming free, doing whatever this is. Okay, whatever this is. No, in your best interests, I should be kept at home, behind closed doors, possibly locked. We haven't completely ruled that out. Possibly locked doors. I'm going to put up another generator, because we don't actually have a little power. Now, that being said, we also don't have a lot of wood. This is one of those maps where there ain't a whole lot of nothing going on here. So let's, yes, that was a double negative. Sue me. You two. Sue me. What are double negatives bad now? I can't say a double negative anymore. You'd like to see what kind of people Dave attracts. Mrs. Dave, for one. Don't judge. Let's get all this cut down. I'll just take every tree down. There's just no more trees here. There are no more trees on this map. There we go. All of that, I guess, I know I must designate plants. Thank you. What was the point of me coming down here? Oh, chem fuel. Right, because we're going to need some more fuel to get away at some point. So 1.4 days we can leave. Yeah, we do need a bit of the old chem fuel here. A bit of the old chem fuel would be nice. Make that out of anything but wood, because I need the wood. And also chop that tree down. It displeases me. How about we make it out of slate? I've got a lot of slate. So let's do a slate wall coming down sort of here-ish, like that. Doesn't really have to be anything fancy, but it does have to be complete. Oh, no, I've done it wrong. That's fine. I'll make it work like that. There we go. And then, no, not a, yeah, do a steel door. Just don't use the wood. Penge does like me. Well, he claims to. To my face. And to his face, too. We've seen each other's faces is what I'm getting at there, Zafaria. Faces have been exchanged. Not literally. It's not like that Face-Off movie with John Travolta where they rip their faces off and then they put faces on other people. And you're like, which John Travolta is this? And then you're like, wait a minute, I don't actually care. I don't like John Travolta. And then you go watch a sensible movie. It's not like that. It's like we have seen each other's faces. So you're right. In the broadest technical sense of the word, Penge does like me. And Nick's not wrong. Saying that a British person likes you is not actually that big a deal, because you never know if they really like you or if they're just being British. Both scenarios are possible. He could have just been British while I was there. He could have just been like, oh my god, this guy's a complete psycho. But he became British instead and said, I will be polite and a gentleman, which indeed he was. Hang on, better coffee in my face. Oh my god, that is so much better coffee. Oh, I'm so glad that happened. So you're right. I mean, saying a British person likes you is like your mom saying you're handsome. Like, it's not that big a deal. No kidding. British people like everyone just because they don't want to offend anyone. They're horribly polite. And we're the exact opposite. Really, I feel that was the point of the rebellion. It wasn't so much the taxation and the tea thing. It's just we really wanted to tell people what we feel about them. And the British thing wasn't working out. So yeah, we are weird. Penge is less weird. He's much less weird. I will state that. But he doesn't do this. He doesn't do this. He would be safe at a bus stop. Okay, so here are your options. Okay, because Penge and I are both aware that there's a lot of cross-pollination between our viewers. As the kids say, cross-pollination. Hang on, that's another one. Hang on. Geothermal. Cross-pollination. Oh, try it. Try it. You're going to love it. You may love it even more than you want. Cross-pollination. Cross-pollinate. Oh, it's a good one. So there is a lot of cross-pollination, hashtag cross-pollination, as the kids say, between our viewership. His viewers often watch me and vice versa. And justifiably so. I think if you like one, you like the other, although we are, well, radically different styles. There was a point to that, and I don't immediately remember what it was. It was something about him being safe at a bus stop. So that was probably the point. If Penge goes to a bus stop, the authorities are not called. If I go to a bus stop, I brought my own chair and a laptop, and this is happening. I'm just sitting there. Think about that. Think about it. Put this image into your head. I brought my chair, which is a very nice gaming chair. It's my favorite chair that I've owned since I started this YouTube nonsense. I brought my chair. It's red, and it has swivelly bits, and it's very comfortable. I brought my chair. Again, it's red and comfy and swivels to a bus stop with my laptop, where I am sitting playing RimWorld. And the only thing I'm saying to the other person at the bus stop, who one must presume is waiting for a bus. I'm not waiting for a bus. I don't care about the bus. I just know a bus stop is where you can find people. There's lots of places. I could probably go in the Starbucks that's next to the bus stop. Probably a lot more people there, to be honest. But, Starbucks is like a private place. They can refuse me entry. I think the bus stop has to let me in. I think the bus stop's like, well, we got to let him sit there. He might be waiting for a bus. We can't just say you can't get on a bus. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. So I have brought my chair, which is red and swivels and is very comfortable, to the bus stop with my laptop. And I'm sitting there playing RimWorld. And the person next to me at the bus stop, who we have at this point established is likely waiting for a bus, is having to endure me just looking at them going, geothermal, cross-pollination. I'm going to guess 30 to 60 seconds before they're on, no, not even 60 seconds, 30 to 35 seconds before they're on the phone to the cops. Now, turn that around. Not literally. Although my chair does swivel. I could turn around in my chair right now. I can't. I'd bump my knee on my desk. So turn that around and you take Penge to a bus stop. He'd probably be very sensible and sit and wait for the bus. I don't know if he takes a bus. I think he walks to work. Maybe. I don't know. I seem to recall that is the thing that he has said. Not to you, to me. So, hang on. I need to make things happen here. So, I think your takeaway, your bullet point, your blue sky here, your synergy, your whiteboard, me versus Penge. Penge, safe at a bus stop. Me, a police matter at a bus stop. Okay? Not intentionally. I'm not threatening. I'm a marshmallow, really. I am one of the most non-threatening people you'd ever met. But things like this come out of my mouth. Cross-pollination. And then I just say it a bunch of times. And not everyone's into that. You guys are, which is great. Apparently YouTube is into it today. Mrs. Dave married it. Apart from that, not everyone's into this. So it's not a threatening thing. It's not that I am a danger to anyone. It's just that I say cross-pollination and geothermal, and I sort of give them a wry smile. And under YouTube circumstances, that generates me 21 viewers, one of whom is me, one of whom is Mrs. Dave, one of which may still be YouTube. So figure about 18 to 19 viewers. But in the real world, that generates, well, therapy, forced therapy, a 72-hour holding period to assess mental health. That's what that generates there. And they don't give you coffee for that sort of thing. It's no good. Hang on, coffee. Say it over and over, Lisa. Lisa, I don't know if you're with other people. I hope you are. I hope they're freaking out. I hope they're saying to you, my God, what is this that you're watching? Why don't you watch NCIS like a sensible person? I don't know if you're with other people. I strongly encourage you to just start saying cross-pollination over and over again until they flee. And they will. Let me assure you of that. They will. They're out of there. And Mom's Gaming's got it right. Here's the thing. And you're gonna hear this and you're like, oh, Dave's just trying to butter us up. And I am. I'd like to spread butter on people. I think that would be fun. But putting that aside, you're gonna say, oh, Dave's just trying to compliment his viewers. And I am. I genuinely believe that whatever this is that I do only appeals to sort of a higher grade level of humor. I really do. Now that's really egotistical towards me more than anything. But I genuinely believe like the people who actually stick around and watch this, they're operating at a higher level of humor than you know, somebody who's watching, I don't know, a cat falling into the toilet. Oh my god, I want to see a cat falling into the toilet right now. That would be so funny. I'm going to estimate 20 to 37,000 videos on YouTube that have a cat falling into a toilet. Also, we need this. Yeah. Yeah, there's no fishing on this map. There's no geothermal on this map. Good thing we're not planning on staying long. Do we even really need to worry about food? No. I mean, we might go slaughter animals because... Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. That'll get me another flag. We should go cull the population for their own good. How about that one? How about that one? You like that one, YouTube? Was that a good one for you? Oh, we made prestige marine armor. Cool. Where is it? No, I know where the bench is. Thank you. I know where the bench is. Where's the... Okay, actually search for it like a sensible person, would you? Prestige. Gotta figure it out. Prestige marine armor. Okay, I got that one. This one... Okay, there we go. So... Thule, you've been begging for new armor. Hey, Dave, remember you put this shelf together yesterday? No, well, actually, Vetroff could have that. That's actually not a bad idea. Vetroff's not armored. Okay, you know what, Vetroff, you can actually have that one. Sorry. We'll work on another one, Thule. I will get you out of that eventually. I know you're not happy with that. Yeah, remember when you put the shelf up that was just armor, so you could remember where all the armor was, and then you went all over the map searching for armor, and it was right there on the shelf. So, remind me what this takes one more time. Okay, 120 plasteel, check. Uranium, no problem. Gold, no problem. And 4 advanced components, check. Okay, cool. Make another one of those. All right, no, make another one of those. I know we keep making them, but now at least Vetroff's got something too. Vetroff's got some good gear. What did he abandon, by the way? What is that? So that is... 51% recon armor. You know what, Jefferson? Go get that. Why don't you go get that armor? I know you're going to be a little sad about it because it's not very good, but it's better than the light jacket that you're wearing right now. Hang on, coffee. Are we still bleeding power? What? Area revealed. I'll cope. No, actually we're doing fine. At least now that the solar panels are operating. What is the problem over here? Yes, I know that's opened up. I opened it up. That was a me thing, not a you thing. Okay. Do we need steel? Nope, not even a little bit. Not even worth our time doing that. Yeah, we're just chilling, basically. Oh, what you're not doing is making chem fuel, Dave. So let's go into, yeah, chem fuel from wood. We don't need like a ton of it, but make like, I don't know, 20. 20 seems like a good number for things. Everybody likes the number 20. Who doesn't like the number 20? Well, the number 27 doesn't. They told me so personally. What could I be doing around here that would help us? The armor is going to come along in the fullness of time. I wouldn't mind some more helmets. That would be good. My plan for the mech hive, depending on what we find when we get there, is exactly what we did with the other mech asteroid that we landed on. We basically built a corridor with oxygen in it to get into the base. Now, what I plan to do differently, if I can, is as we go room to room, start running power in there, and then get oxygen in the base. So we're not so fussy about the vac suits. I'm basically going to make the place habitable so I can kill everything that lives in it. I probably shouldn't have said that either. Sorry, YouTube. Hope you're still watching. I really do. Oh, we've got a new elephant. We have a new elephant. Yep, lost the mastodons, wicked into elephants now. Train it to kill. Obviously, or train it to aggressively hug people. Like, until they fall over and are not breathing anymore. Is that better, YouTube? You like that one? Ay. What else can I do around here? We get some heal root. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Why don't we grab a little bit of this? So, no, that. No, that. Okay, yeah, go harvest all of that. Won't hurt us to have a little bit more medicine. We're a little light on medicine. Not horribly light, but a little light. And cover this part of the map for that, too. No, that bit. There we go. Go harvest all of that. Is this, like, wicked good soil over here? Yeah, it is. Is it worth growing anything in here? How long are we realistically going to be here? Not long is the answer to that. Not long. What have we got down here? People are tossing out pants and stuff. Oh, you know what I could do that'll free up a little space? I'll set up a bonfire to start burning some clothing. Because I'm sure we've got a bunch of stuff in here that's bunk. So somebody go get that set up. I know it's wood we don't really want to be using, but it'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. I'm going to optimistically say that I will release my prisoner before we go to the mech hive. I can't really guarantee that. I think we're going to get to the mech hive, get to the end of the game. We're either going to win or lose. I'll probably win because I'm a genius. YouTube, am I still allowed to say geniusosity? That's not a rude word, right? I mean, it is to many people, but not to me. Hashtag geniusosity. So, I'm going to get to the mech hive. Again, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going to be like, dang, I forgot to release my prisoner. I guess they'll just have to die in the cold, heartless void of space. What's under this? Oh, the grav field extender. That's right, I put it in there, didn't I? Yeah, I don't really think I need any more panels. I mean, I could put a couple more turrets up here. That's the plan. Park this thing facing the mech hive. So if anyone comes out of any buildings, we just blow them away with wall of turrets. I don't know why this side is longer than the other. That's going to bug me till the end of time. Release him at the hive. Now, that's thinking. That's thinking. Crimson's got the right idea. Use him as mech fodder, I guess. Coffee. Ooh, that was a good cup of coffee. I'm so glad Mrs. Dave did that. Are we making stuff? Well, we're not doing it right now, but we have made it. And where are we at on the fuel in general? Where's my tank? My tank is down here in the explodey room, right? So, sure, we got 694 out of 750. Okay, so we get to where we need to get to. But I'm not plus power. I'd like to be plus power. You say grid excess. Maybe because it just became dawn and the solar panels are kicking. That's probably it. But I'd like to go there with full batteries. What's my next move, actually, now that I'm saying that out loud? So, show me my range. Okay, let's go up here. Am I in range now of the Whoozy McWhatsit? Oh, I am. I could get there now. Well, not right at this exact second. But I could theoretically get there now. Huh. Requires a signal jammer to approach. Great, we've got one. Got that. That's right here. That's my signal jammer right there. Okay. Well, that changes the outlook here, because now we don't have to make another hop. So the plan was just to leave. But now we can actually hang here and, I guess, do whatever last-minute preparations we're going to do. I may as well go fully stocked in food, because I don't know how long this is going to take. This could take ages, as far as I know. How about just a big old field of rice? Everybody loves some rice. Okay, and it'll grow really, really fast. We're working on the heal route thing. That part's cool. Could I theoretically... Is there anyone I can call for a trading mission? Maybe the Broken Empire. It's going to basically cost me like my last rep to do that. And we just called them. They're not going to come right away. I think there's a cooldown. In fact, I'm very sure there's a cooldown on that. Keep training the war elephants, obviously. They're going to be the first in the door after the prisoner. I could probably ditch the prisoner now. How much fluid that lives inside a person's body that is red do we have? You happy with that one, YouTube? Hey, YouTube. Geothermal. Geothermal. Cross-pollination. The Geniusosity is ready to launch again. So how much fluid that is red that lives inside a person's body do I actually have right now? 10. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I'd like to see more, obviously. But that's not terrible. The only person who doesn't have decent armor is Dumbo right now. Vetroff, when do you think you're going to be done with your thing? Not for a while. What I'd like to do is give Thule the better armor, and then Dumbo can wear the cast-offs. Dumbo can wear Thule's armor. Because everyone else is pretty much good to go. Or at least good enough. I don't know what else I'd do to get better than this. I know somebody a few weeks ago said, oh, you're not ready for this endgame. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I've got stuff. I don't have a shield generator. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. If they're going to, like, shoot lasers at us. and then like the ship blows up. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Quest is expiring soon. I generally don't care about that sort of thing. I do care about putting coffee in my face. There we go. Let's keep the food idea going along here. Yeah, take out that and maybe a few more. Oh, take out all the turkeys. Evil, vicious animals. Nobody likes those things. Not even the British. I mean, they pretend to, but they don't. They're very polite to them, but then they're secretly like, we really don't like this. What just crashed nearby? Those things? Okay, cool. I'll eat that. Ketonius, that word has always sounded wrong. And I have had more than a few women in my life not allow that word to be said anywhere near them. And like for real. They'd like punch you. And they could knock you out. So that's an easy one, Ketonius. That's an easy one. And I see where you're coming from with that. You're like, Dave, don't forget the classics. You're right. I was forgetting the classics there. I was not paying homage to the naughty words that have come before us. But what we're doing here, Ketonius, we're finding exciting words. Exciting words. That shouldn't be naughty, but are. Top of the list, geothermal. Right after that, cross-pollination. Cross-pollination. It's exciting. It's an exciting time to be involved with speaking English. We're finding exciting new words. Things that shouldn't be naughty, but are. But you're right. We can't forget the classics. We can't abandon the classics. I have been so well trained that I don't actually think I can say that word out loud. I think it's like a mental block. And it's a deep one, apparently. Oh, we are removing turkeys from the map in a totally non-violent way, I assume, with a knife. So that's good. That's working out for us. Maybe some last-minute components or anything like that. I say last minute. I'm going to park here. I guess my plan now, in terms of like scheduling, is we're going to sit here today, but the goal next week will be the end game, whatever that may be, whether we live or die. Whether we live or I don't know, we go live on a farm somewhere. I don't know, YouTube. I got nothing anymore, kid. You know what? You tell me. You tell me how many times I can say geothermal before I get another strike. That is so weird. That's usually on my dashboard. A top left corner. I saw it there for a year. Like, you have a community guideline strike. I don't see it. I ain't seeing it. Huh. Oh well, it'll pop up if it pops up. Maybe it's under this one. Is it under this one? No, none of that makes sense. Okay, never mind. I'm going to ignore these things now. All right. We'll get those components. I think we actually already got them. I think somebody's already been over there. So that's that's kind of my game plan for now. What is that? An ancient hydrant. Huh. Well, there you go. Is we're going to sort ourselves out here today, and then next weekend, theoretically, just go right to the end game. I can launch there right now. So long as that satellite doesn't move. I assume it doesn't move, right? Ooh, parish. That is a good one. That is a good one. Parish. I don't know if I like it as much as geothermal, but right now it's in the top 15. You ain't wrong there, Lisa. Oh, also, you built a fire here, maybe burn things. So how about we get rid of our usual things? So anything that is, first of all, tainted. So no clean apparel, okay? Anything tainted, just do it forever. And then in terms of apparel, we're going to burn anything below 51. That should clear out a little bit of room in the old spaceship there. Do that forever. That won't affect that bunk armor because those are force worn. They are forced to wear those. Like these flak pants here. Like what's up with them? 97% flak pants. Dumbo, you were whining about your groins. You want to? Oh, I probably can't say that one either. You want to go get some flak pants on? Flak pants. The Alpha Thrumbo's gone. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Didn't really need it in the first place. I think at this point I can definitely deconstruct the research bench. Because even if I got a tech print right now, and I applied it, and I researched it. Am I really going to have time to make whatever the thing is? I think the answer is a hard no. So we're just going to start to get rid of this. I'll replace it with shelves or something like that. Heavy fur armchair, all of that can go. We'll get some components out of that. That'll be nice. Well, it'll be nice for people who need components. The sea lion won't really care. Yeah, here we go. We're getting all this stuff burned now. That will free up some space. That'll be nice. Vetroff, going into the end game here. How many permissions do you have? Okay. We're not getting a trooper squad, but we can get the Janissary squad. I don't know quite how that's going to work in space. Are they going to show up? And if they do, are they immediately going to die in the cold, heartless void of space? You'd think they probably would, right? They're like, we're here to help. Oh no, we're all dead. Because there's no oxygen out here, and it's freezing. We are summarily dispatched. As the kids say, these summarily dispatched. So let's put up some shelves here. Because why not? Oh, except make them like out of... No, not bookcases, Dave. Make them out of steel. Just don't want to use up the wood. I need that for the chem fuel. So 2, 3... Okay, yeah, I know those relations are changed. They hate us. It's because we keep draining their prisoner of blood. It's a really good reason. We've captured one of their people, and we keep draining them of blood and feeding them to a teenage vampire. I'd be pretty annoyed about that, too. I'd be like, hey, you took my friend, and you keep draining blood from him, and you're letting a teenage goth vampire bite him, who is getting married to Izumi, who's depressive. So pretty much the band for that wedding is the Smiths. Everything will be in black. You know, it's not going to be a white wedding. It's going to be a black wedding. And they're going to show up in like a hearse, not a limo. It's going to be one of those kind of weddings. One of those, like, I don't know, event weddings where it's like a big deal. And you go there and, like, you didn't get dressed up. And you know the food's going to suck. And then the house band is the Smiths. And you're like, yay, Johnny Marr. And then you're like, wait, Morrissey's really weird now. Also, why are they performing at a wedding? Because if they actually reunited, they'd make millions. So not really sure why they're performing at a wedding. Also, Morrissey, wicked weird right now. Johnny Marr, still awesome. So those are the thoughts that would go through your head at the Izumi Igor wedding. The food would be terrible. Everyone would just be kind of sad. And sort of shuffling their feet, not knowing what to do with anything. Because Igor and Izumi would be wicked into it. I don't know, they'd have... I think they'd go like Ren Fair on the Officiant. The Officiant would, I don't know, have like a black robe or something, and I don't know, maybe they're a druid. I don't know where you find a druid these days. Druid.com for a start, but I don't know where you find a druid these days, but that's probably their Officiant. I don't know, there's like a laurel wreath or something. I don't know. Kids these days. Crazy kids with their goth and their Smiths and their terrible food at their weddings and the whatnot and the hula hoops and the fax machines. I would love to show up in space with way more power than this. Way more power. I could put up another wind turbine. No particular reason not to. Just slap another one of these up. They're pretty cheap to make. I may as well... You know what? Do 2. Just do a bunch of them. They're really cheap on the old materials there, so no reason not to. And then, I'd really like to walk into space with that power full. Prison warden, you say? Yeah, see, we're going to space. We're going to space, you see. That would get me a lot of goodwill with the Empire. Could I use that to get military aid in space? My God, I'm a genius. They have blood rot. I can cope with blood rot. But then, a mech cluster is going to show up. Oh, hard pass then. No, hard pass. I'm not really looking for quests right now, unless they're crazy easy or ones that I can just fly away from. You know, give me one of those like, oh, we're going to send you terrible weather. Cool, I'm out. Send me the gifts, send me your terrible weather, and I will fly away from it. That's great. That's one of... I don't know if they really thought through Odyssey versus the Forced Weather quests, because you can just leave. Oh, you're going to have rainy thunderstorms forever. Everything's going to be on fire. Like, okay, cool. I will leave. I will go to another part of the world where that does not exist. But I will thank you for the gifts that you left behind. That was awesome. Yeah, I don't think Odyssey really thought through the forced weather quest. I mean, it's a small detail. It's a small detail in the grand scheme of things. It's not like geothermal or cross-pollination. Sorry, I just had to wedge those in there again. It's not like that. But it really, there's quests you can just leave. Like mech ones, mech swarms. Oh no, there's a big mech hive on your map. Cool, I will leave. That will be somebody else's problem. I just did that with Dweeb a while ago. It was great. Giant mech swarm. Okay, we'll just pack up the ship and go. It's just out of here. Hang on, coffee. Okay, there we go, RimWorld. Is that enough wind power for you? Now I've got Thomas Dolby's wind power stuck in my head. How are we doing on the old chem fuel here? Okay, we've made quite a bit of it. I assume we've more than filled up the tank. We've got 294 in reserve. I don't know. Rob, welcome, welcome. You're super behind. Let me get you caught up, Rob. You're a person with a mouth, I assume. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but I assume you have a mouth that operates. Here's what I need you to do, Rob. I need you to say the word geothermal out loud. Geothermal. Okay? Have you said it yet? You probably have. Try it again. Geothermal. Okay? And I want you to ask yourself, Rob, if you don't find, that sounds a little naughty. You're not sure why. You're not sure what. You're like, I'm not sure why, Dave. You're right, Dave. I'm not sure why. But it sounds a little naughty when I say it. Geothermal. Try it. You already have. I know you have. You've got a mouth, I assume. Anyway. Rob, here's... we'll get you caught up on the whole RimWorld thing. The Empire doesn't like it as much. We're basically almost there. So from here, I can launch to... No, don't launch. Don't launch. I can launch to where I need to be. Which is this. The mech hive. The end of the game. That's it. Done. All right? I am in range to do that. So what we're doing is kind of like last minute prep here. We're making a couple of last pieces of armor. And then we're going to grab a little bit of food here. We did potatoes, guys? I thought I said rice. Okay, I misclicked that. Nobody is surprised. Tell you what, why don't we grab some of these strawberries? There's a lot of strawberries out here. Where is everyone going? Oh, you're getting the herbal medicine. Okay, good. Good, we can definitely use some medicine. We've got plenty, but we're also going up against a giant hive of mechs and, I don't know, the mech hive queen or whatever. So, you know, that. Largely that. Hey, here's the thing, RimWorld. Igor's in a work frenzy. Cool. RimWorld, can I make hull pieces that aren't attached to a ship? Wall connects directly into the substructure. It can only be built on a grav ship. Okay, so I can't put this here. That is a bit of a stickler with my whole having a corridor into the mech base. I might still be able to pull it off. I've got room up there. Okay, so provided I can park us that the door of the mech hive is right here, I'm in good shape. And if I can, I'm totally doing that. I'll build a short corridor up here, and then we'll just have easy access to the base without having to worry about vac suits. Because the vac suits are not as good as the actual armor that we've got right now. Coffee. So what will we do when Dweeb's done and this run's done? You've not weaned you off responsibly. You know, you're right, Catonius. I do have Steve. Steve's awesome. Steve is... I was saying this yesterday. You may have been here. I knew the Mila run. I knew the Sanguiphage run was going to be good. Even when I accidentally deleted it, it was so good I had to start it again. The Dweeb run, you guys are enjoying it. That run has been something for me. I'm not really sure what, but it's been something. And I think I will check right now for those who may be interested, which I assume you are because you actually watch what I do. Yeah, it's not a spoiler, but I will tell you the last part is tonight. The last part is tonight, and it's a doozy. I'm telling you right now. Like put plans aside. Get not even popcorn. You need something more substantial. No lie, this is an hour and a half video coming out tonight. I very rarely do that. But I didn't want to split it up because it was just so close to the end. I will, well, I'm going to, okay, again, no spoilers, except kind of, but it wouldn't be a spoiler because it's literally the title of the video. I will tell you in advance, Contonious, not everyone survives. That's all I'm going to say about that. Also, I have another pregnant elephant. Those two thoughts were entirely unrelated. But, good to know. Good to know. Steve is, I think Steve, I don't know why. Steve could just crash and burn. But Steve might be building up to some of my finer work. I will say to this day that the Anomaly livestream is my greatest piece of work in terms of a start-to-finish RimWorld experience. What I did there can only be described as genius. Hashtag geniusosity. We all know it. Okay, we all know it. All right? And those who deny it are just denying it out of jealousy or some sort of impotent rage against me. And look, I get it. You're not the only one who has impotent rage against me. All right? People look at this and they go, I hate the fact that everything he does works somehow. He killed half of his colony, but he still made it. That's just not right. That can't be done. Maybe he is actually a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. Oh, bye, M. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. And triangulation. M's not wrong. First of all, triangulation shouldn't sound naughty, but does. Secondly, triangulation featured in the Anomaly livestream. The first and only time in my life I've used triangulation. And it worked, kind of, mostly. They have, and I noticed this when I was playing Mila and Dweeb, they've really nerfed a lot of the Anomaly stuff. Like, what I did in Anomaly doesn't happen anymore. Alright, when somebody gets cube coma, I don't have to, oh god, how am I going to get this one past YouTube? I don't have to place them in a permanent lethal suspended animation and then reanimate them. They just get over it. I really am disappointed. I worked my tail off on that Anomaly thing. You guys were there, many of you. And if you weren't, seriously, go back and watch it. It's some of my best work, he says egotistically. But also honestly, and realistically. It's just fun to have words that end in illy, isn't it? It is genius. But boy, did they nerf that. I've got my usual side game going, and the Anomaly events pop up. I'm like, yeah, whatever, cube coma, okay. Oh, a Revenant. All right, well, we'll figure out where it is really quickly, because I don't have to use triangulation anymore. Jefferson's off insulting people. Funsies. Funsies. Cool. Vetroff, however, almost has this done. Do I maybe have enough to get another one done? I mean, these are not a small amount of work. What could we make this, like, less intensive in terms of materials? So, we don't need this. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea if we had that. Make a coagulator. If we can make all of this stuff, cool. If we can't, cool. But I wouldn't mind if a few more people had coagulators and healing enhancers. You have one of your colonies that are obsessed with the cube. Let them be. Let them be. Put them into a cube coma, they'll get over it. Lisa, I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So let me tell you how you deal with the nerfed version of the cube. Excuse me one sec. You get a drop pod, you fire the cube off anywhere on the planet. Nobody cares. Some people go into cube coma, you put them in the hospital, 3 days later they're fine. Is that what we saw in my Anomaly run? No, no, no. Permanent cube coma. Forever. Okay. What did I have to do? I had to abruptly end someone's existence, bring them back from the dead, so that their wife stopped whining about their dead husband. Yeah, Mom's Gaming's got it. Delete and reinstate. Hang on, copy. That's what I had to do for cube comas, but no, no, no. I feel like a parent. Like, when I was your age, and we had a cube coma, we had to kill a guy, and then bring him back from the dead like a zombie. That's how we got over our cube coma. You kids today, you just take 3 days in bed and you're fine. Same deal with the Revenants. They're frighteningly easy to find now. I think that my last Revenant experience in one of my side games, I maybe had like 1 or 2 colonists who were taken out. And then we found the Revenant. There's a raid. Cool. They're attacking immediately. You know, less cool. Less cool. Hey, team, what, Vetroff, did you get in a fight with somebody? All right, everybody who's not Vetroff, except also Vetroff, come over here. All right, where are these people landing? Down here. All right, there's less turrets down there than I might ideally like. Also, all of the mechs, could you all go and stick close to the ship, please? Thank you. And all the animals are coming. So this is kind of like Mastodon Army Part 2. YouTube, if you're still listening, please do, by the way. I seriously need the views. YouTube, if you're still listening, I want to be clear about the word I'm saying. Mastodon. Woolly mammoth. Okay, mastodon. I'm going to enunciate my word very quickly and clearly. Okay? Mastodon. Okay? Not what you're thinking, YouTube. All right? I don't judge. But geez, you got a filthy mind, YouTube. Mastodon. Woolly mammoth. Okay? Woolly mammoth. Oh, that's one of their pigs. That's dead. Okay, so this is going to be a variation on Panda War. Excuse me, not Panda War, Mastodon War. Again, YouTube, Mastodon. Mastodon. Okay, I'm going to project my voice, YouTube, to the back of the theater. Mastodon. Not what you're thinking. Or any of you, by the way. You can't see me pointing at all your names in chat, but I assure you I'm pointing at your names of chat. Okay, release, like, all of my death animals. So, elephants, pandas, possibly the monitor lizard. We're not wicked sure on that. Ox, and once again, they're going for our power. Okay, everybody come. Oh, no, never mind. They're right here. No, never mind. They're right here. No, don't melee attack elephant, whatever. Nobody likes that. Why would you do that? Release all the animals. Just send them to kill. I think we did. Yeah, the mastodon. The mastodon. The elephant's taking care of the problem. The elephant is dealt. You're shooting my elephant. How about we go in and aid the elephant? Pandas are not on war duty, are they? Why are pandas not on war duty? Pandas? Kill everything. Also, you can be like that, too. Okay. Oh, Barky's still here. Barky the sea lion is definitely still here. Yeah, dude, that's 2 elephants, and you're not 2 elephants. So you see the inherent problem there. We took our own elephant out. We definitely took our elephant out. But you did not. You know why? Because we have 2 elephants, and you have the exact opposite of 2 elephants. Thule. Oh, hang on. No, everybody can be off draft here. Thule, can you go grab the elephant? Can you just pick up an elephant? Just pick up an elephant. Don't worry about shooting that guy. He's long gone. Let him go, kid. Let him go. We will take this package, which is not anything illicit at all. Nothing at all. Nothing to see there, YouTube. Mastodon. Okay? Mastodon. Woolly mammoth, YouTube. I see they took out one of our turrets. That's great. Why are you standing there? You're cowering. You're fine, kid. What are we all... What are we all doing in here? They're gone. Hang on, are they gone? No, there's more of them. Never mind. There was a second frontier. Team, I need you back on duty here. Everybody come up over here. All right, everybody. Yeah. Oh, never mind. He's already dead. Blood bank? Blood bank? Maybe. Okay, is there anyone else on the map that I need to be concerned with? Going with a broad no here. Okay, everybody back to work. There we go. And then maybe we go get that guy? No, you know, it's too late in the day. We're just kind of wrapping up more than anything. We're just wrapping up, as the kids say these days. Hashtag wrapping up. We don't really need any new prisoners or any new quests or anything like that. My other elephant is down. That's less good. Are you gonna... Yeah, oh, Barky the sea lion is rescuing the elephant. Not anymore. I'll get Paul on it. Paul loves rescuing elephants. It's like his hobby or something. And then Thule, could you actually go heal the elephant? Never mind, Izumi's on that one. That's fine. Are you really on that, Izumi, or are you lying to me? No, you are tending to elephant too. Fantastic. Bleeding elephant just being wheeled through here. Thule, you want to get on... Oh, never mind. Grit's on that one. Wow, the team's really got nothing to do they? Yep, tending to elephant 1. Fantastic. All right, so that's all working out. I wouldn't mind seeing, again, a little bit more medicine. A little bit more will be okay. But then I think broadly we are just out of here. Do we have any... Actually, you say, do you have any more wood, Dave? You got 1,400 units of wood. Go ahead and make some more chem fuel, kid. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. It's all good. Okay. So let's evaluate, shall we? Vetrov, what's your problem? And why are you outside? Do you not maybe want to go to the hospital? It's just people have been punching you. Excessively. There you go. Go to the hospital. Jefferson, how about you? You've been punched a couple of times, too. Well, that's what you get for insulting people. They punch you. It's a known thing. It's a cause and effect thing, man. It's a very causal connection. You insult people, they punch you. All right? It's very simple. This prestige armor is almost done. So that's going to go to Thule. And then Dumbo can have the bunk armor. And then if by some miracle we get that recon armor put together, I'll give that to whomever is whiny about their clothes. As I often do. In the real world, too. Like, here, you're whining. Here, have this. And then, food looking good. I'm comfortable with the amount of food. I could be more comfortable, though. So let's just take everything out on our way off the map here. Just anything that doesn't fight back or explode. The vulture, bunch of raccoons, all of this is good stuff. All of this is excellent. Just take out all of those. We may as well have a little extra food here. We're putting stuff back together here. That's all good. There goes the turret. There's a porcupine up there. Everybody's having a great time. Everybody's just doing super. Absolutely super. So when I go to space, I gotta remember to turn the oxygen on, lock all the doors except the airlock. Unlike last time, Dave. You remember last time when you didn't lock one of the doors? Now, what you did do, you did make all of this the correct hull now. So, you know, we had no oxygen down here because the granite wall doesn't count, which is disappointing. I would love to make a gold spaceship. I think that would be awesome. But no, apparently gold is not space-worthy. Who knew? Probably astronauts. I mean, they knew. And like science people. People at NASA. Physicists. Astrophysicists. Astroengineers. People who design rockets. People who put the fuel in the rockets, like basically a gas station attendant, but for rockets. Probably all those people know that gold is not space-worthy. I did not. I kind of figured, metal's metal. What you going to do? I'm going to make a gold spaceship, because why not? Also, I need to put the mechs back where they're supposed to be. So, let me see here. You guys can be home, and you can be home, unrestricted. All right, everything is working out great. Let me just briefly check the stick close to the ship zone, because that's going to become very, very important very soon. Yeah, see, it hasn't been expanded. So that and all of that, all of this is good. No, not that bit. That and a little bit of that. This is the kind of quality entertainment you're tuning in for. Me just saying that, all of this, that bit, especially the hydroponics. And at this point, given the harvest of completely non-illicit substances that we picked up on the last map, I can turn all of these over to either food or heal root. So when I make this one heal root, and then the rest of these can basically be food of some sort. Doesn't really matter what. So, yeah, sure, strawberries. Everybody loves strawberries. Except people who are allergic to strawberries. They're like, oh, I've eaten a strawberry, now I am dead. Thanks. Appreciate that one. So, yeah, slam it into pause mode. Endgame, I think. I mean, it is. I just don't know how it's going to turn out. I know how it'll turn out. It'll be genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So whatever it is, it's going to be deeply, deeply entertaining to me. Maybe not as much to you. It will be genius. Hashtag geniusosity. And then, Jordy, I got to tell you right now, before I check out here, the box is actually the most efficient shape for a spaceship in RimWorld. We determined that. None of this ship makes sense. It's a completely inefficient use of space. It should be a box. I will tell you my one insight into Odyssey, Jordy, before I break off here. The Borg had it right. The cube is the most efficient possible shape for a spaceship because it doesn't need to be aerodynamic. It's in space, you see. It doesn't need to be aerodynamic. The Borg were correct. And good job on whoever designed the Borg, because that's exactly the decision they would make. They're an efficient species. They say this is the most efficient shape. You're flying around in the USS Enterprise. Sure, it's aerodynamic, but who cares? You have whole sections of your ship that do nothing but support other sections, like sticks. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let you guys go on with far more important things to do with the rest of your weekend than this nonsense. But theoretically, if you come back next week, we might actually see the end game of this. It'll be genius. Hashtag geniusosity. Will we live or die? Don't know. But one way or another, it's going to be awesome. Guys, thank you so very, very, very much for coming by and allowing me to do this publicly. I really should have been stopped years ago. However, as we determined earlier, it's a good thing I'm not stopped, because the alternative is me out in the real world, and nobody wants that sort of thing. I will see you guys next week, and thank you again for coming by. Goodbye, and goodbye.